Get another job. That's the sentence that finally made people stop rolling their eyes at James Charles and start wondering if he genuinely hates normal people now. Because this wasn't just another influencer being out of touch for 15 seconds. This turned into 3 separate public meltdowns in 1 week, all of them weirdly aggressive, all of them aimed directly at his own audience, and all of them exposing something a lot darker happening behind the scenes with influencer culture right now. And the craziest part? James thinks he's the rational one in this situation. But the internet is starting to think he sounds absolutely miserable. So the entire backlash started after James posted a rant about a former Spirit Airlines employee sending him a GoFundMe link after losing their job. And listen, most people actually agreed with one part of his point. Randomly DMing celebrities for money is obviously awkward. But that's not why people got upset. People got upset because James somehow turned "I don't want strangers asking me for money" into a full-on lecture about laziness, entitlement, and how people need to welcome themselves to the real world.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one.
And the tone was honestly kind of shocking. He wasn't just irritated. He sounded offended that someone even thought they were worthy of asking him for help in the first place. And that's where people started noticing the part that made the rant feel way uglier than he probably intended. Because James kept repeating the same thing over and over again. "You don't follow me. You never supported me. Why would I help you?" And suddenly, the entire video stopped sounding like a conversation about boundaries and started sounding like James sees empathy as something people have to earn through engagement metrics.
Go find Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, "I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real-life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies." Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, "James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this." Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Like, if you didn't buy the palette, stream the content, inflate the views, or worship the influencer first, then you don't deserve compassion back. That is a very different message than "please stop sending me GoFundMes." And honestly, that's why the internet reacted so strongly. Because the woman in question wasn't asking him to pay her rent forever. She lost her job during a mass airline collapse and took a shot in the DMs. Was it cringe? Maybe. But people watching at home are dealing with layoffs, insane rent, horrible hiring markets, and applications that disappear into black holes every single day. So when James, sitting in a mansion, starts yelling, "Get another job," like employment grows on trees, viewers weren't hearing tough love. They were hearing someone completely detached from reality. But weirdly enough, James doubling down afterward made this situation so much more revealing. Because instead of quietly deleting the clip and moving on, James came back with an explanation video that accidentally exposed the real issue.
So I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money. And most people were like enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments. And a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive. And they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video. And I deleted it, but of course the internet is forever. And now a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a break. I am out of touch, first and foremost. Okay, I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen. And luckily, I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday though was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid in asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally did not believe that to be the case because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world.
He said he refuses to pretend to be poor or relatable online anymore. And honestly, that line right there is the entire reason this drama exploded beyond just one bad rant. Because for years, influencers survived by maintaining this illusion that they were still just like us. James basically shattered that illusion himself. He outright admitted, yeah, my life is completely different from yours. And while some people respected the honesty, other people suddenly realized how many influencers secretly think exactly like this, but are just better at PR training. And this is where the story gets really interesting. Because if you pay attention to all three controversies from this week, they all connect back to the exact same insecurity. The GoFundMe rant, the hiring meltdown, the follower panic. All of them revolve around James feeling frustrated that people are no longer behaving the way he wants them to. He wants admiration, efficiency, loyalty, competence, constant validation, and when he doesn't get it, he spirals publicly. Which brings us to the hiring situation, because that was the moment people stopped defending him altogether. So James posts that he's hiring for a social media assistant role. Normal enough, influencers do this all the time. But then he comes back online absolutely furious because only 13 applicants followed all of his instructions correctly. And instead of handling it privately like a normal employer, he starts publicly humiliating applicants, calling people stupid, saying they have no critical thinking skills, mocking fans for asking where to apply, even though the instructions were in the video. And this is where the entire vibe became deeply uncomfortable, because these weren't corporate employees, these were his fans.
Does Gen Z genuinely not know how to use critical thinking skills? Like, do we not know how to solve problems or follow instructions? I want to blow my brains out. Yesterday, I posted a video on this account about how I'm hiring some new positions to my team, specifically a social media content creation assistant. It's literally like a 2-minute video, and it couldn't be clearer as to the qualifications and what this role would be doing on my team. And then I specifically explained how to apply. I said, if you think you're qualified, if you think you'd be great for this job, here's the email address to reach out to that me and my team are going to be looking through. Include your resume and attach an application audition video. I said, tell me your name, tell me why you think you'd be good for the job, send any examples of previous work that you've done, and include 3 ideas of what you would do if you were running my social account. I think I got 276 applications in total, which I was thrilled about this morning. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much fun looking through these. Like, I'll have so many great candidates. I can't wait. This decision's gonna be so hard. No. Unfortunately, I was terribly wrong. terribly wrong. Because out of 276 candidates, I think 13 of them 13 of them actually attached an application video as I requested. Mind you, as I was describing what to put in the application video, I put text specifically on the screen saying applications without a video attached will not be considered. Imagine my smile going to a frown this morning as I had to literally delete over 260 emails. 260 emails. Even worse, my favorite applicant of all of them submitted examples of their work, submitted their social accounts, and they seemed really great. I thought that they could be perfect for the job, but they didn't even attach the audition video, the only instruction that they were meant to follow. Even worse, there were so many girly pops that were commenting on yesterday's video being like, oh my god, me, I think I'd be amazing for this. And when I looked through their social accounts, I was like, yeah, honestly, a lot of you guys could be great for this. So I started going through and liking their comments and commenting back to some of the girlies being like, oh my god, yes, like, can't wait for you to apply. Yes, send in your application. Can't wait to see what you come up with. I can't even tell you how many of those girly pops then went and messaged me saying, hi James, I saw your comment. Where do I apply? Oh my god, great question. Where do you apply? You don't, because you're fired. You're not getting the goddamn job because clearly you have zero critical thinking skills, zero intuition, zero ability to problem solve, and now you're annoying me. How do you apply? Girl, follow the instructions that were clearly lined up for you in the video that you commented on. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
That's the detail that makes this so bad from a PR standpoint. James wasn't yelling at coworkers. He was yelling at the same audience that built his career in the first place. And the energy felt less like professional frustration and more like someone who genuinely cannot stand dealing with regular people anymore. Even Trisha Paytas called it out because who publicly trashes applicants while trying to recruit staff?
Talking about this too the other day is like people who look for like serious positions on social media. Like
Right. He posted yelling at everyone who applied because he said out of 300 people who applied, only 13 sent in a video. So I had to delete 270 emails because Gen Z, what is your problem? You cannot follow directions. I said submit a video.
God,
And
who
he
is
was
applying to work for this monster?
I think kids.
Like he's already yelling at, yeah, like literal 12-year-olds. Like also, is that necessary? Just go over the 13 that sent you the video. Like, what do you mean? Like your audience are children. Obviously, they're your fans, so you know they're a little screw loose there. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you expect? Like it's just so crazy. He scares me, and not in like I'm scared of you. Like if I saw him at Hi Ho Cheeseburger, I'm gonna be like, can we sit down and talk? Because there's a lot of issues going on with you right now.
Imagine applying for a job and seeing the boss upload TikToks calling everyone incompetent before interviews even start. It completely destroyed the image he was trying to create. But somehow, the weirdest part of all this happened after the backlash. Because while everyone was talking about the rants, James randomly starts panicking over losing 400,000 Instagram followers. And that is where the entire week suddenly clicked into place. Because I don't think this was actually about the GoFundMe, or the job applications, or even Instagram. I think James is reacting to something much bigger happening to influencer culture right now. People are emotionally checking out.
Can someone explain to me how I just checked my Instagram and lost 400,000 followers? 400,000 followers! 400,000 people? Surely they must have just like deleted inactive accounts or something out of nowhere because I just looked and everybody has just plummeted. God, as if that app couldn't get any worse. What? Oh my God, I have not gained a follower net positive on Instagram in like 5 years now.
Not necessarily canceling him, not organizing hate campaigns, just getting tired. The internet doesn't idolize influencers the way it used to, especially influencers who constantly sound irritated, defensive, and exhausted by their own audience. And James's spam account is making that painfully obvious because it strips away the polished YouTube personality and replaces it with someone who sounds chronically annoyed all the time. Annoyed at followers, annoyed at applicants, annoyed at criticism, annoyed at Instagram, annoyed at the public. Eventually, viewers stop seeing confidence and start seeing bitterness. And honestly, that's why this controversy feels bigger than just James Charles said something mean. This feels like the moment audiences started realizing how many influencers secretly resent the people funding their lifestyles. James just happened to say the quiet part out loud. Because the old influencer formula used to be, I love my community. Now the energy online is starting to feel more like, why are you people so difficult? And viewers can feel that shift immediately. The craziest part is that James probably thought these rants made him sound brutally honest and refreshingly real. But instead, they made him sound exhausted, disconnected, and weirdly angry at the world around him. And once audiences start associating your content with negativity instead of escapism, that's when follower loss stops being a glitch and starts becoming a warning sign.